According to the NOAA, current sea level rise is at 3 millimeters per year. This may sound innocuous, but that is not true. By the year 2030, which is well within our lifespans, we can expect this rate to increase. Sea level rise is dangerous and must be halted. There is reason to believe that by the end of this century, entire land masses may be consumed under the waves of the warming sea due to the increase in pollution. But wait, isn't this just a conspiracy? We live in America. The environment does not affect us. Unfortunately, much like communism and Al Gore, sea level rise is a direct threat to democracy. Especially here on Long Island, we are threatened by this rising watery menace. But there is hope. We can, through the power of knowledge, save our beloved island. The following video contains information that might be disturbing, but these are true facts about sea level rise. We can save ourselves from drowning beneath a deluge of seditious ocean water. This is the truth about sea level rise. Stay classy.
Audio Jungle.
Yes.
Pretty much not at all.
No.
It does. Okay. Actually, it's
Sometimes, I guess. I don't really know.
Is that a question?
I believe it is, yes.
now.
It also lowered.
Sure.
Now.
It seems to be doing so.
A couple megatons.
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
Maybe like 30,000 freaking feet.
It's about an inch per year.
I wouldn't know. Probably, I would say an inch and 3/4.
Like, I would have to say less than a foot. I don't know.
That's a tough question. I would say 1 to 2 inches.
Say quarter inch a year.
Audio Jungle.
Different moon phases, obviously. There's high tide, low tide.
Chinamen. They build too many factories.
And that causes.
Pollution.
Yes.
Probably like really big fish because they weigh a lot, so it makes the thing rise more. Yeah.
Well, I would think the melting of the polar ice cap.
Imagine erosion, probably a little bit of climate change.
Caused by pollution and all that kind of stuff.
Global warming.
From what?
I'm pretty sure.
The melting of the polar ice caps.
Due to.
Global warming.
We could probably attribute to global warming, melting of the ice caps.
Audio Jungle.
Well, if you do the maths, like, yay.
Personally, I don't think we're gonna have a sea by 2100. I'm gonna say it's just gonna all disappear.
6 to 8 inches.
A couple of inches, maybe a foot.
200. I'm gonna say 250 millimeters.
200 what?
280 millimeters.
What year is it now?
This is the guess.
I would say 24. What did you say? 3 millimeters?
It was about 3 millimeters.
So 24 millimeters higher than it is.
Probably enough to cover the South Shore of Long Island.
They're annoying and they build their houses too close to the beach, so hopefully they'll all drown.
Okay.
It really doesn't affect me.
Doesn't affect you. So if it goes up by like 2 feet,
I don't care.
Since we are an island, the South Shore is probably going to be in some trouble because it's pretty much at sea level. There's going to be widespread flooding.
It's going to affect Long Island pretty bad, I can tell you that.
yeah, it's gonna cause flooding and all
I
that.
imagine Fire Island will be gone.
Yeah.
We're an island, so if it rises, we should change our name from Long Island to Short Island. It still gets me.
Yeah, you know what? I would say erosion, things like that. I used to live in Sound Beach, and every year it would erode more and more. And I remember houses falling off the cliff because there was a lot of houses. on the cliff, and I remember that, and that was like, that's when it really hit home how powerful erosion can be. And
Like Long Island.
population will have to be dispersed among certain communities if they're going to be underwater.
Yeah.
That'll put burden on other communities to take them in. Essentially going to have people becoming refugees because of sea level rising, which is kind of interesting. As the water heats up, certain populations of wildlife are going to be suffering. Maybe it'll impact our food supply as well. So it doesn't bode well.
Invading China.
Okay.
We can all
praying
a lot.
Well, that's a mermaid right there, but I really can't. It just happens, man.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Sea level rise.
A big dam.
That would cost a lot of money.
We're gonna have to reverse climate change.
It's actually they tried before. Let's see. It was
How about a big straw?
unfortunately it would cost around $20 billion to make levees around New York City and Long Island. So that would probably cost people in my state $1,000 in new taxes.
I have no idea. They'd probably build on higher ground, probably to avoid the erosion. Maybe try to affect maybe less carbon in the atmosphere. You know what I mean?
Get rid of the sun.
Just speak up.
We have to get more ozone back, and then the UV rays and such will. I feel like we totally shouldn't have ozone. Isn't it like trapping our heat? So we should get rid of it.
Okay.
I think we should get rid of the ozone.
We can also
it's not important.
You can decrease emissions.
I mean, I guess. But we're already doing that. California's got that law by like 20 something. You have to have at least like 15% of the vehicles or zero emission. But
Well, they say to prevent global warming, to do things like recycling, things like that, just to protect the earth more, to slow down global warming.
Lower
therefore.
emissions and all that kind of stuff from
Right.
cars. You can also, there is a possibility of using sea levees to block the water, but those cost a lot of money, and eventually water will rise over that.
As a people, we should be limiting our carbon emissions. A bunch of my neighbors recently started throwing up solar panels on their homes to cut down their carbon footprint, which I think is fantastic. Driving more fuel-efficient vehicles, there's a bunch of little things we can always do that I think we need to be doing.